Hello and welcome to Digital Marketing Locker Room. This is your host Priyank Jory, and today we're going to be talking about how to tackle the assignments which are given post your digital marketing interview. Now, here's the case: you met somebody for the interview and you had a great wavelength. You liked them, they liked you, and now you have proceeded to a part where you could back your words with actions. Now, those are usually measured by a project or by an assignment which has been given to you, and that is the only link between you and the job which you want to take. Okay, now in this video I'm going to be talking about how you will be tackling the assignments the right way so that you definitely get the job you have just interviewed for. Now this video is also basically only for digital marketers, but the basics stay the same, so you have to make sure even if you're not a digital marketer or a content writer or a social media expert or a SEO expert, you still watch the video till the end. The reason why I'm saying that, the basics stay the same. Now after combining almost like 100 plus interviews which I might have already given till this point in my career, and also hundreds of marketing plans which I've provided to the clients while I do the freelancing work of my own, I know a thing or two about digital marketing assignments. I know what people are looking for, I know how to present it to them. Now, I also keep on making videos about digital marketing, jobs, careers, growth, etc. So you make sure that you smash the subscribe button and click on the bell notification so that every time I come up with a video, you are the first one to get to know about it. In this video, I'm going to be talking about 10 different points. 10 points before you go ahead and make an assignment or submit an assignment for the job you're looking for. There are 10 points. Stay patient. I'm going to be running through this very quickly. The first point I'm going to talk about is you should know the structure of the company. And when I'm saying that you should know the structure of the company, first of all, you need to know that whom you should be reporting to, who is going to be reviewing your assignment, and who was the person who actually took your interview. Okay. Now, why these three people are different? Because the first person who took your interview might be the head of a particular branch or something of that sort, right? So he might not have great technical knowledge, but the person who's going to be reviewing your assignment might have a good technical knowledge. Okay. Or he could also be the person whom you're going to be reporting to. So you have to make sure that you know that what sort of a persona you're making an assignment for. Be very cautious about that. This is the first biggest mistake everybody makes when they're doing their digital marketing assignments. Point number two, you need to pick up the hints from the talk of the interviewer. Okay, at some point of the time he's going to be mentioning that we are maybe struggling with, or we want to grow this, or we are not getting enough this. Okay, etc etc. So you have to make sure that you have heard those pain points whenever that person was talking about the job role in that particular interview. Okay, so you should know where they're struggling, and you should know that why they are hiring you for a role which you're applying. Point number three, yes, ask for more info. Let's say if not enough info has been provided to you, you need to ask for more info, and you need to be very clear with the deadlines. Okay, make sure that you have an access to the HR or the person who took an interview. And then in that particular case, if there is any time where you are stuck with a particular segment or a particular part of your assignment, you can go ahead and call them or email them so that they could give you the information which you need. Okay, do not create an assignment blindfolded. Never ever do that. Okay, because it's just not going to be worthy of their time. By the end you finish their assignment because you never asked for more details. Okay, number four, you need to be data driven. A lot of people make that mistake. I have seen it personally. Very recently I've seen that there was one lady who said that I'm going to bring 40,000 people over to the website just by doing SEO. Okay, the problem is that there are only 2,000 people who are searching for that keyword all over the place where I was, which was the target market. Okay, so you can't just build up numbers and put it there so that it just sounds impressive. It just sounds very stupid to the person who's going to be taking your or checking your assignment. Okay, so be very data driven. Point number 5, you have to make it really really personalized. And when I say personalized, you need to make sure that do not copy the assignment or let's say a blog from somewhere and put it out into your assignment. Okay, you need to make sure that you have worked through or researched enough to talk specific details within that assignment regarding that industry or regarding that particular company. Okay, so make sure that it is personalized. Make sure that the name of the company has been used multiple times whenever you are making that particular assignment. Point number 6, you should know how to present. Okay, in some cases people present on a Word document or a PDF, whatever, and some cases people give a PPT, and some cases people give an Excel. Okay, so you should know which one is going to work well. Now it goes back to the point, the first point which I talked about, that you should know who is going to be reviewing your assignment. Let's say you were given an assignment about SEO, and you need to provide them with some data. Okay, what they're doing wrong, how they're doing wrong. So if you do it in a Word, it might probably not make sense, because there's going to be keywords, there's going to be competition, there's going to be, some more details about that, long term keywords, short term keywords, etc., etc. Okay, so not going back into the details, but if you're doing your job, the presentation does not matter. Okay, whatever you have put in your assignment, that matters. But again, if you're doing anything which is content marketing related, or maybe just write, or maybe content writing related, then in that particular case you can always use a Word doc. Okay, so make sure that you know how to present your particular assignment. Point number, I don't know, man, which point was I on? Okay, point number 7, throw in some bonus stuff. Okay, and when I say bonus stuff, this is just to tell those people that you can go above and beyond on your assignments. Okay, they can trust you with doing a little more than what they have expected out of you. Okay, or maybe in details. I'm not saying go above and beyond and go literally 360 or 180 from your particular assignment. Let me give you a content writing example. You put a blog. Okay, you gave them, okay, that this is how it's written. Then what you can do is that you could have the target keywords which are written at the bottom or in the footnotes, wherever you could score your readability on that content piece, and then show that okay, it's readable by like 70% or 80%, etc., etc. You could show what could be the title in order to attract as much SEO as possible. So these kind of stuff, although it was just a content writing piece, but just because you know about the readability test, or you know about the SEO, or you know about focus keywords, then in that particular case you already are ahead. Your writing piece might not be as good as the other people, but just because you showed the willingness of doing all of that kind of stuff, that brings you in a very good spot. Point number 8, make it self explanatory as much as you can. Assume that you would not be given a chance in order to present that assignment. Now, whenever we are talking about making it as self explanatory as possible, that means you need to write comments, you need to have side notes, you need to maybe have footnotes whenever you're writing about that particular content. Okay, or if it is an Excel file, you can just like mark cells with a comment or something of that sort. So make sure that it is self explanatory. You don't have to go ahead and show it to these guys and assume that there's no other meeting which is going to happen after this. It's going to be hiring or rejecting. Correct. Point number 8, stand your ground and share the bad news with them. A lot of times when people are starting up with digital marketing, they make some really really bad moves, and it's a very good way to stand out if you stand your ground and share the bad news to them. If first of all, if they embrace the bad news, let's just say their social media is not giving them any leads. Let's say you got that info somehow. Okay, using a tool or anything of that sort, you got that info. Now, it was not providing any leads. Now you have to tell it to them. You cannot say, okay, this is only what I'll do different in the social media. You have to tell them currently these are not enough leads because the target market is that big, data driven, and it could be reached by this way. Okay, so make sure that you stand your ground and share the bad news, but only if they embrace the bad news which has been given by you, then it makes sense to join the company. But if you're getting interrogated about that bad news, maybe then you know that there's culturally something wrong in that particular company. So don't get interrogated to a point where you feel like that why did you put this point up. Point number 10 and the last point: do not be afraid to ask help from others. And when I say do not be afraid to ask help from others, that means do not go ahead and give your assignment to somebody else. Okay, that is what do not mean. I mean to say that, let's say there are some aspects of your assignment. For example, let's say your assignment was given to increase 5,000 more followers on Instagram. You can do a very good captioning, you can do a very good copywriting work, you can do the scheduling of it, you can do all of those things, but you cannot design the banners because you do not know Photoshop. Okay, when you do not know Photoshop, ask help of a friend. Buy him a beer. Tell him that, boss, these are the 4, 5, 6, 7 points which I've made. Can you make the images for these? I need to give it for a job interview. Okay. Two things are going to happen. First of all, there's going to be a lot more, respect from the interviewer for the person who's receiving your assignment or reviewing your assignment. He's going to say, okay, he has done this particular thing. Make sure that you mention it, that images have been taken or been created by somebody whom I know. But even if you put that thing forward, then in that particular case, it's going to be a very, very good impression which you're putting into your assignments. Okay, so ask help for others, but only at the places where you cannot do it yourself. Whew. I have no idea when I last spoke this much. Thank you for watching this video till this particular moment. I hope the 10 pointers which I gave you for the tackling the job assignments during the interview are going to be helpful for you. And if you are still here, please go ahead and like this particular video, because this was my fourth attempt in making this particular video. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe, ring on the bell notification, and I'll be coming with more videos to you. Thank you and have a great digital marketing career ahead. See you around. Bye.